Good.
We're on our last one, number 104.
X5.
Oh yeah, X5.
Speaking of X5s,
How that, to me, that looked like 104, but like my writing's a little messy. Clearly it's an X5. Now you say that, I can see that it's a...
speaking of X5s, did you see
X5.
the new PlayStation 5 was out?
I had seen that they released a design or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it too. You gonna get one?
No.
Me either. I haven't played video games since I broke my ankle.
Do they have Mike Tyson's Punch-Out on it?
They should. If they want to sell any game consoles, they'll get that on there.
Yeah. When's it coming out?
No
In
idea.
time for Christmas.
No, I was just like the way that I
Is Christmas happening this year?
check news stories is much like I just scroll through Instagram and I see a picture of it and then I just tuck that little nugget in there and be like, there, PlayStation must be coming out with a new one. I have zero information
This will
other
be
than
good for
that.
the podcast someday.
Yep. No release date. I actually didn't know that it was a design. I thought the actual console was out because I didn't click on the story at all.
I don't believe it's actually out. I think they just released the design, like what it's going to look like,
Oh, well, that's good to know.
which looks like nothing like all of the images prior to it coming out said it was going to look like. It doesn't look like that.
Okay.
X5. Uncapped composites. This is the last one. You would know it's the last one because X5 is a common
That's obvious ending.
denominator of the last point you're going to make is at X5.
Yep.
All the time. Uncapped composites. You know what goes hand in hand with uncapped composites?
PL
Brad
and Brad
nails and PL. Yeah. This is where we see it all the time. The same guys that think nailing their decking down still make an argument for using uncapped composites.
I could router it.
Frick.
I can router it.
Premium Yard and Garages has a good.
Do you need to get to it now?
Sure.
Eric Teru says tech talk isn't nearly as much fun as fashion talk.
Yeah.
Did we do fashion talk? Socks and boots we were talking about. Premier Yard and Garage says, I got a great idea. Instead of G-tape, use double-sided Gorilla Tape and pin nails. Then you can skip the PL. This guy, I like this guy. He's full of great ideas. Kill two birds with one stone. Just double-sided tape, keep the water off, keep the board down. Next.
Next.
On to the next deck.
This guy, yep. There it is. Coming to a neighborhood near you.
Yeah.
Gorilla Tape decking.
Yeah. He should make it, though. Premium Yard tape. Uncapped composites. Like we're probably preaching to the choir here.
Somebody listened to this and thought to themselves, he's not wrong. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Because, okay, let's, maybe we can talk about some ideas that have been out there that are worse than this idea. Like Brad nailing's one.
Do we have to talk about uncapped composites? Like, it's shitty.
Do you want to finish that up real
No.
quick first?
I'm
There's
done
still,
with it.
there's still a wide variety of contractors and lumberyards in this province that still sell uncapped composites, generally Moisture Shield brand, the Vantage line, and
It's the.
sucker their customers into thinking they're getting a good composite board.
It is a good composite board. It just doesn't perform as good as one that has a cap on it.
If you like fading, staining, and the fact you can scratch it off with your fingernail after being out in the weather for 4 years, I guess it's a good composite.
But you could build it underwater.
Sure.
And I can't tell you how many times I've seen decks underwater. No, I can't tell you.
New Orleans.
0.
I feel like it's
Makes-
goofy that we even have to make this argument, but because it actually is an argument that happens in our store from time to time.
Yeah.
Well, I like to work with that because I can router the edges because the color's all the way through. The hell does it matter? The color's going to be gone out of it in 4 days. Like, it's just going to fade to nothing within days of it being out in the sun.
You know that feeling
then-
that you had when we were talking about track saws and you were kind of pissed that people don't buy track saws?
Yeah.
This is how I feel about.
I'm not pissed that they don't buy track saws. I'm pissed that they slag the people that do.
Right.
If you don't want to buy one, fine. But get off your pedestal thinking you're the only guy that can cut a straight line and the guys that got track saws need it because they can't. That's what pisses me off.
Right.
But anyways, you're pissed off because
We're
people
still
are
talking about
uncapped composites in 2020.
it's the worst. And they sell it retails for more money than an entry-level capped composite from any other reputable brand.
Right.
Or not reputable brand. You could buy that stuff from China that has speed holes all through it and have 15 years of warranty on that.
That you'd never be able to claim. But yeah,
Doesn't matter because they
Paper.
changed their number too. They are onto me. They know. But Like that stuff is better. I just don't get it. I don't understand why.
Holy, that's a big statement there. That cheap Chinese garbage crap is better than uncapped. You're probably not wrong.
Nobody's gonna like that. The people from Moisture Shield aren't gonna like that. But the customer doesn't care that it's like waterproof and like nobody gives a shit. It's all waterproof. It's plastic.
Yeah.
So then make the board so it doesn't fade and stain.
Right.
That's it. And so this isn't all of Moisture Shield. They have lots of lines that have the capping on it. Just the Vantage line is like, I don't understand why you're doing it. Trex used to have a board
already. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's right. Trex used to have a board that's like that, and then they got better, and now they don't.
But the problem for Moisture Shield is they're still selling tons of it. So why would you end of life it?
Yeah. If
Like
you're in the business, if you're the CFO or the CEO on that business, on that company, you're like, yeah, but that's where we make all our money.
Driving sales like crazy. Why would you end of life it now?
Yeah.
But so, and we
two guys in Regina with a podcast of following of 7 people.
We don't
scrap it. Okay.
We don't stock it for obvious reasons. But the distributor of it
off.
is 1 block to the east of us here. The distributor's right there. We can get it if somebody needs it. The only time we ever bring this in is if somebody's matching an existing deck. They're doing an extension on it, or they've got it in the front of the house, and the home builder used this stuff, and they care more about it matching than they care about the obvious drawbacks of it.
And then we tell them,
fine,
it's not going to match because the color's all faded out.
Right.
So
it's going to take some time for it to match, but not that much time.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, I mean, structurally, like I said, structurally it's fine, but you find the stuff and you can scratch it off with your fingernail after a few
Can you
years.
tell me
It's
how
not
you
good.
really feel about it though now?
And if your barbecue spits a little bit, or you spit a little bit, or you leak fluids, or you piss in a mop bucket and it overflows and gets on the deck, then it's gonna stain.
Because I certainly don't spill alcohol.
Yeah, it just stains immediately. And then like if you have a chair in the wrong spot or a barbecue mat or something and it fades, like you leave a dark ring because the sun didn't fade that spot and it only took days for it to start fading, and like it's just like, why do you want to deal with all those problems? Because you can route the edges? Give me a break.
Maybe it's a Jay-Z song.
I'm not getting the reference.
99 Problems.
Oh, right.
Ayo, touch my hand.
Wrong one.
No, I meant for that one. I've just been waiting to use it and I wasn't sure when the right time was. So
I think it was not there.
Anyway, I struggle to understand why the hell that product's still being sold so much here, but